Hey guys, welcome back. Well, I finally got a hold of a new dragon figure, and this is one I've been wanting for a very, very long time. He is one of the 7 Russian cyber hobby figures that was made, so I now have 5 of them. And the other one, whose name is Maxim Popov, I believe, I really want to get a hold of him. And then the last one, I forget his name. It's a big seg. He comes with a mortar. I'm not sure if I want to get a hold of that one. I mean, at that point, I might as well just get them all and complete the collection, but we'll see. But for now, I'm very, very excited to finally get a hold of this one to add to the collection. He's very hard to get a hold of, so very thankful to get this one finally. His name is Viktor Myaskovsky. Hopefully, I'm saying that right. He is a Soviet Naval Infantry DSHK gunner from the Black Sea Fleet, Sevastopol, 1942. So let's take a look at this box. As always, this is the only picture you get on the Cyber Hobby box, but I love how this displays. I love the red background. That looks really cool. And it was released in 2006. The only thing to show inside is this Cyber Hobby card number 51 that was made. Alright, so cool looking box. Like I said, I really love the red background. It looks great. Alright, so here is the figure. He's very light on equipment, but that's because he comes with this massive gun to make up for that. And Russian figures are usually pretty sparse when it comes to gear. Alright, well, for starters, let's take a look at the gun, and then we'll look at the figure. So I definitely have complaints with the gun, but overall, I think it looks pretty nice. You can put it in 2 positions. I definitely prefer this position over the position on the box, and that's because of the tripod, which is kind of a mess. Honestly, Dragon never does a good job with their tripods, at least in my opinion. They're always very fragile and they always fall apart very easily. So yeah, this position is definitely the best for this weapon. But it looks good though. I mean, you've got some nice detailing on there. So the first glaring issue are the sights, and they really don't stay on nicely. So I would recommend, honestly, I might just glue this piece on just to get it to stick on nicely, because it's just always falling off. So that's not great. But it can swivel. And we've got, so when I got it, there were some things that were broken, just due to age, I guess. But this piece was broken, so I had to glue that back on. And then one of the little pieces here was broken, so I had to fix that as well. So this, the ammo box or cartridge, that's a separate piece that you have to put on, and that's what was broken. I had to glue that. But there is a small strip of bullets that goes in there, and then this is a separate piece. You gotta put all this together. So these are 2 separate pieces. That goes on pretty nicely. And then the wheels surprisingly don't swivel. That's disappointing, honestly. But yeah, it comes apart in different pieces here. So this is the main piece. And then here's the tripod I was telling you about. So you can take the wheels off and put them down here. Now it works pretty well on the carpet, but if you're putting it on a shelf, these just don't stick nicely, and it can't really hold the weight at all. So yeah, on the carpet it does pretty well. But like I said, when I was trying this up on my shelf, it was not working at all. For, I guess, obvious reasons. These little pegs don't have anything to hold on to. Alright, well, there's the gun. I definitely prefer it in this position. Alright, well, let's take a look at the figure now. Alright, well, here he is. It's a good looking figure. It's very realistic, especially that head sculpt. He's got the ultra detail head sculpt, which is like an upgrade from the typical dragon head sculpt. So a lot more detailed, and it looks good. Uniform looks nice. Very, very simple. You could definitely customize this figure and add some more gear. I've seen someone else do that before, and it looks really good. But overall, he looks really good. Excuse me. I really love the Soviet naval figures. Alright, well, here is his weapon, which is the PPSH. Alright, we've got a nice sling on there. So you can put it over his shoulder if you want. And of course the magazine comes out. Very nice model, as always. Here's the head sculpt with his naval cap. Now his head is just a little bit too big. The cap is very, very tight on his head. But as far as detail goes, it looks really good. It's got a nice expression. So there's the cap. And then here's a better look at the head sculpt. Yeah, a lot of nice detailing. We got creases on the forehead, some dimples, and the hair looks pretty good, nicely detailed. And then as for gear, really not a lot here. We've got a pouch here with one extra magazine for the PPSH, and then his canteen in the back. And if I take off his belt, here's a look at his uniform, which is really nice. I like all the buttons. That looks good. And then they give you these little star insignia patches that you got to put on. Those look nice. And underneath of this, you can see his sailor shirt with the stripes. That looks nice. And then the pants and the boots. Alright, so that is everything to show for Viktor. Yeah, he's a nice figure. He's pretty solid. The gun definitely has some issues. I mean, as you would expect from dragon weaponry, big weapons like this always have issues. But I mean, it looks good once you get it all configured. The detailing is nice, and then the figure is really nice. I love that head sculpt. So, alright guys, well, I would recommend picking up this figure if you can find him. He's very, very rare. I got lucky and found him the other day on eBay, and I spent like 160 for him, which is pricey, but I feel like not too horrible considering how rare this one is. So, alright guys, hope you enjoyed the review. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.